Welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Cherry. I'm kind of excited about this. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, our current Spider-Man, is a college dropout who goes to the, I believe, Iraq War, and then comes back, has PTSD, and then turns to drug. Meanwhile, there's a love interest throughout the entire film called Emily, and it's played by Ciara. Bravo. I don't know who she is really. Maybe I'll see her when she's in there. Also, Jack Reynor is in it. That's a name I recognize. Other than that, I don't see anybody else really that I recognize. But we'll see. It's 2 hours and 21 minutes long. So, definitely a weekender. 6.4 on IMDb. 3,775 people have rated it so far. So, it's on Apple TV. Let's get into it. Find out what it's about. It's going to be a long one. So stick around, I'll be back, maybe more than once. Yeah, stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Cherry. We're at the 1 hour, 9 minute, and 49 second mark. So just about halfway through the movie. And it's very well developed, as you can imagine. A 2 hour and 20 minutes film, it's got to be heavily developed, right? So Tom Holland is our main character, and it's just basically his life, essentially. He goes to college. He lives in Ohio, Cleveland, and decides he's in college, and that's where he meets the love of his life, Emily. And that's kind of the catalyst for everything. So they fall in love and everything like that, but then she decides she wants to move to Montreal and break up. There's a lot more story to it, of course, but because of that, that's why he joins the army. So he's going to just go and join the army now, and she's going to go to Montreal. However, that doesn't necessarily happen. It doesn't matter. More details on that when you watch the film. But he still goes off to the army, and he's a medic. And it seems like 3 years, I think, he spent there. And, they kind of show his time over there, and how people die, and him being a medic, so he saw everything. So now he's come back here. We're starting to see and it's broken up into chapters. There's the prologue. I forget what the second one was, but then Cherry was the time that he was over there, because they say he popped his cherry when he went out to battle the one time, and that's what the name of the movie is. And now this is the next chapter. I'm not sure how many there are, but this one is when he comes home. He comes home, gets like a job, a construction type job, back with Emily, but he's starting to feel the impact of what he saw over there, his PTSD. So you can see where this is kind of where it's going to go. So interesting. I like it. I like Tom Holland. I don't have him, a lot of people get scared they'll be typecast after he's, no, not for me. I don't see him in this one as Spider-Man, which is cool. But so far so good. But you start to feel bad, I think, right now. He was a good kid, and now he's just seeing bad things, can't sleep, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we'll see where this now takes him, but based on what we read on IMDb, I don't think it's going to be a good story. It's also one of those, and the beginning starts out, which I think is at the end, and then they tell the story throughout. So I think that's what it is. And so let me get back to it here and see where it goes. If anything interesting happens before the end, I'll check in. If not, I'll see you at the credits. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Cherry, and let me tell you, after the last check-in, the movie really, for me, becomes hard to watch. It's really, like I talked about, he's just had gotten back from the war, starting to suffer with PTSD, and starting to self-medicate. And, one thing leads to another, and that's where he, becomes addicted. So, he was watching all that. It's just, ugh. And then that's when he starts, I think they say, but, he starts to rob and steal, like most of the stories you hear out there of people who are addicted, and they need the money to get their fix, so he's going to start robbing and stealing and just going down that rabbit hole, if you will. And, him and Emily, the whole 9 yards. It's really, it's like it there. I actually got on my phone a couple times because I didn't want to watch it. Not that it wasn't done well, you know what I mean? It was good. It was just, you know, you just feel for, you know, everything that this guy had gone through, and then watching him just going down this path was just hard to watch. I didn't enjoy it, and that kind of ruined it for me. It was a decent movie. I will give you this other piece of it too. I mean, like I said, 2 hours and 21 minutes long or something like that. I don't know. I feel at the end of 2 hours and 20 minutes, like it didn't have to be that long, I guess. Or I don't feel like I got 2 hours and 20 minutes of a film, if you know what I mean. Like sometimes you watch a film, it's like, wow, okay, that was a lot. Boom. It just really, I mean, even when I summarize it for you, the guy went to war. The guy met a girl. He joined the army. He came back with PTSD, got on drugs, robbing and stealing, and then it's the end. Really. You know, I don't feel as connected as I think I should. I mean, I think I was fairly connected to Tom Holland's character. But I mean, even his wife, or his girlfriend, or Emily, whatever, that whole thing. You know, they played on a little bit. I don't know. I'm rambling here. That's the biggest thing for me. Good movie, hard to watch, but I feel unfulfilled at a 2 hour and 20 minute movie. Put it to you that way. So, and I don't think it's his robbing and stealing. I don't want to go into too much detail. I think it's, you know, a little far-fetched on what he was doing and what he was able to do. So there you go. That's what I got. Hopefully that was helpful at all. Check it out. But again, if you don't like watching movies about addiction and everything that they go through, you might not want to watch this. Look away. But if you like Tom Holland, he puts in a pretty good performance, I think. So there. That's it. If you watched it, let me know. I'd love to hear some comments from you. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe to my channel. And continue to tune in. Kimball's Irish Pub.